As I sat quiet in my room, I hung up wondering what came next. The only phone calls that came in the next few days was crazy guy trying to reach out to me. I didn't answer any of his calls, but I did listen to the loud, obnoxious, threatening voicemails he left me. I waited for a phone call from my cousin, but I didn't get one. A week later, as I was preparing for bed, I lie in darkness listening to dead silence. I become startled and wide-eyed because my red and white HTC Evo cell phone rang loudly. Ring! I stared at the mix of unknown numbers on my screen as I contemplated whether I should answer it. Ring! I answered. Hello? The deep, unfamiliar voice on the other end asked, "Is that your license plate on Facebook?" No hello. No identifying who they were. No nothing. Just starting the conversation with ridiculous and asinine questions. Besides, how had he already looked me up on Facebook? And how did he get my number? I don't even know who he is. I don't even know his name. Hi, are you Kim? Yes, I respond hesitantly. I mean, he is looking at my Facebook page. I got a call from your cousin, and he said you may need some help. Okay. You shouldn't have your license plate on Facebook. Okay. A few questions on a Monday night turned into a full 2-hour phone call, full of conversation, laughs, and information. I hung up the phone with this man, not crazy guy, with him knowing my full name, my address, the gate code to my place, and a little bit more about me than he probably should have known. But hey, he was sent to me by my cousin. Still not sure why. And at least I had a little bit more knowledge of who he was. You see, him and my cousin went to high school together, and my cousin knew that he lived in Vegas as well. I go to sleep, questioning the reason behind the phone call. The next morning, I wake up to a text that says, "Good morning, have a good day." I looked at my phone and thought, well, that was interesting. I wonder what that means. And also, why are you being so nice to me? Tuesday and Wednesday nights continue, and we have 2-hour phone calls. I began to question where this situation was going. The light fluttering and flip-flop of emotions going on inside my soul began to intensify. Each conversation consisted of quiet emotions and silent smiles, at least on my end. I had given him all the information he needed, and apparently my cousin did too. I had sent him pictures of Crazy Guy and told him where Crazy Guy lived. I thought this intriguing guy on the other end every night was only sent to be my bodyguard in case of a situation gone bad. I thought he was the one I was supposed to call if Crazy Guy ever tried to reach out to me. So we're now gonna call this guy Bodyguard Man. Thursday of the same week was my birthday, and my parents were in town. I secretly just wanted to talk to the bodyguard man that I'd been talking to all week. My parents had other plans. They threw me a surprise get-together with friends. I mean, I was grateful, I enjoyed it, it was wonderful. I waited until everyone left, crawled into bed, got settled, and called my bodyguard. You know, like Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner type. So, everyone leaves, I tuck myself tight in bed, and I make the call. Ring. He answers the phone with an energetic hello. How was your day? We began our regular conversation, but I knew tonight wasn't going to be a 2-hour conversation because it was late and I was tired. But I decided to make a bold move. I said to him, hey, listen, you know, we have been talking all week. It's nice that we know each other through pictures, and it's great to have a bodyguard if something were to happen. But if you came to my door, remember he had all my info, I still wouldn't know who you were. I did look him up on Facebook by this time. Maybe we should meet tomorrow just so we can at least say we have met in person, face to face, if anything was to happen. He agreed, we talked about it, and we decided up on a meeting spot, Starbucks. I go to work the next day and spill the tea with my coworker. We always talked about boys since we were both single at the time. I began to say to my coworker, remember the guy I've been telling you about who I've been talking to every night for hours? Well, we're meeting at Starbucks after work, and it's like a date that isn't a date. After work, I rushed home, but not before I gave my coworker all the information she needed. She had the meeting spot, the time, his full name. I mean, hey, girls gotta be cautious. Once home, I showered and changed clothes. I still remember what I wore that day. Now to think about it, for someone who didn't know it was a date, I sure got fancy for Starbucks. With sweaty palms leading way to twisting fingers that had no rhythm for their movement, I make my way into the store. On one hand, my emotions were in full bloom, but I also felt a sense of relief knowing, if nothing else, it was nice to have someone to turn to in times of trouble. I mean, it couldn't be that bad if he was sent by my cousin to protect me. He orders a coffee and buys me my favorite tea. That Friday, we sat for 3 hours talking and laughing until they closed. Like a gentleman, he walked me to my car, I unlocked the door, and then he made a statement that he would deny that day, next day.
Still do.
He says, I have been waiting to do this all day. And then he leaned in and kissed me. What in the world just happened? Not the bodyguard giving kisses. What does this mean now? So many questions are running through my head. But in true bodyguard fashion, he called to make sure I made it home. We chatted for a bit and then called it a night. As I dozed off to sleep, bodyguard man was all I could think of. 2 days later, I invited him to dinner at my place. 3 months later, bodyguard turned into boyfriend. 3 years later, bodyguard became my husband. 12 years, 2 months, 29 days to today, we are still married. He still protects me, dates me, and loves me. And I will always